Hey guys, happy Monday. Joe Madden here of Pickdawgz, joined today by Ashley and Goran for your free live soccer show. How are you guys doing today?
Hey Joe, yeah, we're doing very well. We had a very, I would say, productive weekend and profitable weekend, both me and Ashley, I would say.
Yep, and I closed out my premiums today, 2 and 1. So still yet to have a losing day. So any profitable day in betting is good. And we've given out tons of free winners. I've gotten messages from some people, so always happy to make other people some money in the betting world. So.
Absolutely. You guys are completely crushing it. I'm seeing you at the top of the leaderboards. You guys, if you haven't checked them out, their premium packages, I know they give away so many free picks here, but these premiums are where the money's at. Head on over to pickdawgz.com. Check them out. Don't miss out on this. Now, you guys, I know there's some games going on right now. Want to tell us what's happening, what's going on, anything you're sweating out right now, Ashley?
Well, let's swing it to Goran first because I know he's got two that are kind of in the
Okay.
late phases of the match that he's sweating out.
Yeah, I'm really sweating this Torino game. I'm waiting on them to score the second goal. They're dominating at the end of this game, so there might be one late one. I'm hoping, but we'll see what's going to happen in the last 5 or 6 minutes of this game.
Yeah, and he's needing one more card in that feisty Everton match, so we need a fight to break out there.
Yeah, I hope somebody punches someone. So
Yeah, if it was a South American match, you'd have no problem there. Only thing I have, so I closed out my premiums already, but I did like 10 minutes ago put in a live bet in La Liga on Getafe and Bilbao. I got a nice plus money price for there just to be one goal. So I just keep glancing at this ticker, waiting for a red one to pop up. That's all I have going right now, though. So.
Awesome. Sounds like fun. Now, I know you had your weekend shows. How has everything gone over the weekends? How are those weekend shows going? Can you guys tell us what time it is for everyone to check those out?
yeah, those weekend shows are at 9 a.m. Eastern. Saturday and Sunday, and I think this weekend we gave out a ton of free picks, and a lot of them were winners. I would say probably 90% of the picks that we gave out were winners, and those were some pretty great odds that certainly made a lot of money over the weekend for you guys.
Yeah, a lot of free winners, and like Goran said, I know we hit a plus 200, and even the was it plus 350 I think for Lewandowski to score two. I don't know, just a bunch of plus money and had plus money parlays that hit. So yeah, you guys are watching our recorded videos or live shows, definitely making some money with us. So that's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys definitely want to tail these two. They are absolutely killing it. Now, you guys, let's move on to talking about a couple games happening tomorrow. Goran, what are you liking for tomorrow's game for your free picks?
Yeah, we have a Champions League group stages finishing up tomorrow and Wednesday. We have around six, and we have some pretty great games tomorrow. So we can start with Group A. We have PSG and Club Brugge and Red Bull Leipzig. Actually, it's not Red Bull Leipzig; it's RB Leipzig and Manchester City facing off. Neither of these games is going to change anything about who's advancing to the next stage, but both Club Brugge and Leipzig are still fighting for that third spot in the group to get to the Europa League. So, do you got any thoughts on that game, Ashley?
So for PSG, I'm just going to stick with what I've been sticking with this season with their leaky defense and their potent offense. I think I'll take a swing at plus money for PSG to win and both teams to score. They're coming up against an offense that's pretty wide open, and with their defense, PSG might shut them out, but I would be surprised if they didn't concede at least one. So PSG to win and both to score is what I like in that one.
Yeah, definitely. Club Brugge is in excellent form right now, so they do need a win to kind of give themselves a chance of advancing to the Europa League. But like you said, PSG has a ton of offense, even though they haven't really clicking lately. They haven't been scoring as much as they should, and their defense is full of holes.
Yes.
So I do agree on both teams to score an over 2.5. But if you maybe want to get a bit better price, bit more expensive or whatever, take both teams to score an over 2.5 just to avoid that betting on the winner of this game, because you never know who's going to be in the lineup for PSG since they don't need a win here or anything else for that matter. but I do see a lot of goals in this one.
Yeah, true, and that's a safer bet, and it might be a smart thing if if you're someone like me that likes to take a swing at plus money, is throwing half a unit on both teams to score and over 2.5, and then half of your unit on the big plus money at PSG to win and both to score.
Yeah, well, what about that Leipzig-Manchester City game, Ashley?
That one, Manchester City, they've been playing pretty well defensively, and Leipzig have not been playing nearly as well as what was expected of them this season. But I don't know if it's just strictly for pride or just knowing that they do have the potential and the players and the ability to score. I think Man City win, even though I think they're going to be rotating players, but I do think Leipzig will find a way to score here. So I with Man City rotating, you might just want to stick the safer route with both teams to score and over 2.5, because even with Man City rotating players, I mean, they have their squad depth is so just insanely talented that their backups can come in and score. But I do think that Leipzig, I mean, it's time for them to score here, and I think they're going to go all out to do that. So I love both teams to score and over 2.5, and I also like Man City and over 2.5, but I think the safer is just staying away from the side and taking the total.
Yeah, like you said, Manchester City doesn't need anything in this game. They have secured the top spot in this group, but Leipzig does. They need to go for a positive result here. They need to go for the win if possible. They did score 3 goals against City in the reverse fixture of this matchup on the road, which kind of gives me hope that they can get a positive result here. I also think they will score a goal here because I think Manchester City is going to shuffle their starting lineup. They're going to put in some players that are not playing as much.
Yeah.
Both teams to score in over 2.5 is at minus 138 right now, and it's quite clear that the bookies expect for Leipzig to score and for City to score as well. So I think your best bet here is both teams to score in over 2.5. But if you want to stretch it, I would take maybe first half goals over 1.5 at plus 120, just because I think in the first 15 minutes of the previous matchup between these two teams we saw 2 goals and a penalty kick. So I wouldn't be surprised if the same happens here in this game as well.
Yeah, and for those who might be worried, if Manchester City is doing a heavy shuffle of their starting lineup, like I said, their backups are fantastic, and those guys are just waiting to get out there and impress Pep Guardiola. So, and he's already referenced, still going for it and trying to up the skills of these backups. So both teams to score and over 2.5. I would say that's the way I'll be playing it personally.
Now let's take a look at this Group B in the Champions League. Actually, that's the group where a lot is at stake right now. We have 2 teams, actually all 3 teams, except Liverpool, fighting for that second spot in this group. Who do you have in Porto and Atletico Madrid matchup?
Well, Atletico has been a little bit difficult for me to figure out. They're scoring around 1.8 on the road, but they're also conceding about 1.5, and then Porto are scoring a little bit over 2. So I'm kind of going for a straightforward bet here. I am going to take, because I can kind of see a draw, but I think I would lean Porto if I had to take a side. So I'm going to take Porto on a draw no bet, and that's at plus 100. So basically, that just means, if it ends in a draw, you get your money back. And if Porto happen to pull it out and win, then you win.
Yeah, the defense that used to be the main trait of Atletico Madrid in the previous season is now nowhere to be seen. They're conceding goals left and right and just not working out for them. And now they're playing against Porto, the team that is in quite solid form, especially at home. And even though they haven't been scoring a lot in the Champions League, actually, they have been pretty solid defensively. To be honest, Porto is in a pretty good situation right now because they don't need to force anything. They don't need to attack. The draw is going to keep them in that second spot probably. For that reason, I honestly don't think this game will go in the over 2.5. I don't think we'll see that many goals. So I'm going to take first half draw actually at plus 105. I think it's going to be a real battle between these two.
Yeah, I think that's a good bet too. I don't see a lot of goals flying around in this one either. And with the draw being fine for Porto, that's what I say. I think taking them on the draw no bet and then with you looking at the unders too, I think that's kind of the type of game. It's not going to be a wide open offensive game, I don't think.
Yeah. Now we know that Liverpool doesn't need anything, but Milan does, eh?
Right. Yeah, with Liverpool, that's so they really didn't need anything in their last match either. So when they played Porto, I laid off of them. I've been betting them a lot this year. I stayed away because I thought they might be doing a lot of shuffling of their lineup, but they went full force with Salah and just gun for the win. So my guess is that this match against AC Milan is going to be kind of what I was expecting in the Liverpool Porto match. I do think that. I think Liverpool can score here. They have so much firepower, but I do think they are going to rest a lot of people, do a heavy rotation. So I do think they score. Kind of what I'm looking at here is my old faithful of both teams to score an over 2.5. I think Milan's going to come out on the front foot, really trying to snag a win here. But I also think that leaves them vulnerable at the back for Liverpool to hit them on a counter or two. So I see both teams scoring, and one of them scoring more than one.
Yeah, I think Liverpool in that game against Porto went pretty much all in because they were playing at home. So it would be quite a shame to have all those fans on the stadium and not play your best players. But I think this one is going to be a bit different. I think they are going to rest both Salah and Mane and probably a few other players just because they have a few tough matchups ahead of them in the EPL. And I think the bookies are expecting the same thing because Milan is plus 100 favorites. And I don't think that would ever be the case if Liverpool actually needed something in this group. But still, like you said, Liverpool has quite a bit of depth and quite a bit of quality on bench as well, with all those players that can score a goal against anybody. And especially against Milan, the team that hasn't been as stable defensively as they were at the start of the season. So I really like that both teams score an over 2.5 bet. But I do believe that Milan is going to go all out. I do believe they will get a win here. So I'm going to give it a shot at Milan at over 2.5. And this one at plus 175.
And was it Milan's just plus 100 on the money line? Yeah, I think that's a good look too. I'm just kind of going with a safer bet, staying away from the side. But I agree with you. If I had to take a side with Liverpool shuffling their lineup, and I think a plus 100 on the money line. But I think that's a pretty decent look too.
Okay. Now we have two groups that are pretty much decided for a while now. So, but we got a couple of pretty good games. Real Madrid and Inter at Santiago Bernabeu, actually.
Yeah, so you guys have heard me talk about Karim Benzema. You know how much I love him. One of my favorite players, one of my favorite goal scorer props to play. But he's entered now, so I don't think it's 100% that he's out of this one. But I'm definitely counting on him being out. Or otherwise, I would approach this one completely differently. But with Benzema being their go-to guy and just really the backbone of them right now being out, I'm definitely looking at Inter in this match. They've been playing really well in Serie A, and I just don't see with Benzema out where they get much firepower from. So I think it's just getting a fantastic price on Inter for a draw no bet at plus 158. And it's the same deal. Draw no bet is if Inter, if they draw, you get your money back. If they win, you win. And I think with Benzema out and Inter playing on the front foot and gunning for it here, I think the worst they do is draw.
Yeah, the first game between these two ended in a 1-0 win for Real Madrid on the road, and that was the last-minute goal, if I'm not mistaken. I see that the bookies are kind of expecting the over at minus 150, which I wouldn't necessarily agree with. Mm-hmm. I know that the top spot is at stake, but I don't think Real Madrid will force it, and the defenses have been pretty solid for both teams in the Champions League. So I also kind of like Inter in this one just because they have been, I'm not going to say better form because Real Madrid has been outstanding as well, but they kind of seem more steadier to me. But I'm actually going to take the under in this one. I'm going to give it a shot at the under at plus 120. I wouldn't be surprised if you see 1-1 game or something like that. But I'm kind of not expecting more than 2.5 goals.
Yeah, I agree. I could kind of see. I'm not touching the total on this one, but if I had to, I would definitely lean under for sure, especially with, like I said, Real Madrid's top scorer being out. So I like that pick.
I like it too, Ashley. It looks like somehow we lost Gore in there. Let me just bring him back
Okay,
into
we
the
don't
stream.
really need him anyway.
Do we need him? We do need him. He definitely knows lots about soccer. Let's bring him back in.
My apologies. I clicked something. I don't know. I don't even know what.
We know you're trying to get out of here, but you got to wait a little bit longer.
No, I could talk soccer with you, Ashley, all day long if I have to.
Oh, good, because we do.
Okay, let's talk about that last game we have, and I think it's going to be a great one. We have Ajax and Sporting facing up in the last round, Ashley.
Yes, I love this matchup. So I'm Sporting, my favorite team in the Portugal Premier League, and Ajax, just one of my. You can just expect goals from those guys. Their offense is unreal. It's a little pricey. If you could double check for me now, I think it was 143. Yeah. I love both teams to score in this one. It is laying juice close to 150. I definitely think in both sides net here. But if that's too juicy for you, I do like both teams to score and over 2.5. I mean, Sporting has the ability to put up more than one, and Ajax have the ability to put up more than one for sure. These are guys that just they'll concede goals, but they're playing on their front foot from start to finish, and probably going to score in each half. So I see goals in this one.
Yeah, these two teams have scored 28 goals in the Champions League so far combined. So Sporting's defense has been quite a bit worse than Ajax's in this group, but Ajax has been outstanding offensively. Haller has been scoring like crazy, and Dusan Tadic as well. Like you said, neither team needs the win here because the Ajax is going to remain at the top spot. Sporting is going to remain second. They are both advancing to the next stage. Both teams to score and over 2.5 is at minus 105 right now. Just both teams to score is minus 143, like you said. So I'm going to take this, both teams to score and over 2.5 at minus 105. I think it's going to be fairly open game. I think we're going to see back and forth soccer, a lot of chances, and I think we're going to see quite a few goals in this one, actually.
Yeah, I agree. I think so too. I hope so, because that's how I'm betting.
That would be pretty much it, Joe, that we have for tomorrow. There are a couple more games, but they're not really worth mentioning since they can't change anything.
Okay, well, you guys, great show. Thanks for all the jam-packed information. You guys, don't forget, if you're looking for Ashley and Goran's best bets, make sure you go over to pickdawgz.com. You can buy their premium packages there, and don't miss out, you guys. It's a lot of fun. So join us back here tomorrow at 4:30 Eastern. We will be live and with some more free picks for you guys. Have a great day, everyone.